In this section, we're going to discuss two important concepts around present value and future value that are used again and again in, once again, largely in finance, but are a subject of application across a variety of topics. Let's start with the first concept of finding the present value of something. Let's say someone needs a capital of 10 lakhs after 10 years. And the expected return in investments that this person does is about 8%. So what is the amount that needs to be invested today, right? Now there are two ways to solve this. One is there is a certain amount, recalling our formula of Cagr, that grows at 8% for 10 years, and that should give me 10 lakhs. I can back calculate the amount by taking 10 lakhs and dividing it by 1 plus 8% to the power 10. That should give me the answer. Let's try and solve it using this. That's effectively the Cagr formula, just that we are now solving for the initial value. So that's 10 lakhs divided by, bracket open, 1 plus 8% raised to the power 10, two brackets close. I've put two brackets, the first one for 1 plus 8% and the second one for to the power 10. The amount that needs to be invested today is 4,63,193. 463,193 invested at an assumption of 8% over a 10-year period will give me the capital that is needed there, right? Now, Excel also allows us to kind of put in what is called as a formula for calculating present value, right? In this particular case, we are trying to find the present value of this future amount that is needed. Right? So in a sense, we are discounting the future value using the formula that we just see here. This formula is discounting the 10 lakh value by 1 plus 8% over a 10-year period. We can directly apply a formula called present value and try and calculate what the value we get out of that. So let's see that. Let's say we start with PV. So this is called as is equal to PV. And when we look at the present value formula, this has multiple inputs into this, right? So let's look at them. The first one is rate. Rate in this case is 8% for us. N per is the number of periods. For us, this is 10 years. Number of years is the N per for us. PMT is per month payment, if there is any, or per period payment that we are doing. Here there are no periodical payments. There is only a single payment, which is the present value that we have to calculate. Future value is the value that is coming to us at the end of the period, which is 10 lakhs. Type essentially assumes that the investment has happened at the beginning of the year if you leave it as 0, right? So sorry, if you leave it at 0, it says payment at the end of the period, but if you leave it as 1, then it is payment at the beginning of the period, right? So in this particular case, the period is right now, we're making the payment at the end of the period, essentially period 0. So we will first link the rate as 10%, 8%, sorry. Number of periods is 10. PMT in this case is 0. There is no periodic payment, and this is for which the type value comes in. Because there is no periodic payment, it doesn't matter whether we put type as 0 or 1, it wouldn't be creating a problem. Future value is going to be 10 lakhs, and when you click on this, it gives you a negative value. Why is this a negative value? Is because if this is positive and we are going to get this, then if we are investing it in terms of cash flow, this needs to be negative, right? We put in 4,63,193, which is the value we get here as well. That's when we get this, right? If you want to get the answer in terms of a positive number, you could essentially put a negative formula outside this cell and we get a positive number. That's the answer to our question, that if we have 4,63,193 today and we invest that at a rate of 8% for a period of 10 years, the return we will make out of this entire equation is going to give us 10 lakh rupees at the end of the period, right? Now let's twist it a little bit. We are saying that this person already has 2 lakh rupees which will get invested. So this 463 is not available, but 2 lakh is available which can be invested. So you put in 2 lakhs today, plus you make